Let's create options with variants in goimagine. When creating an option in goimagine, you have four to choose from. You can do a drop down box, which looks like this. And this is where you can do things like size of a shirt, extra large, large, or medium. You could do colors if you want to give people choices of blue, red, and green. You could also do lengths of a chain if you do necklaces. Really, anything that you need for your options, you can put here as variants under the drop down box. You also have the ability to add thumbnail swatches. So if it's a color, you can add colors to choose from that correlate with the drop downs within the drop down box. The other option you can choose is a checkbox. This can be used for things such as offering gift wrapping, where you might want to charge a little more, where people can select gift wrapping paper. The next option is a text option, which gives you the ability to choose a box requesting information from the customer you might need to fulfill the order. And the final option you have is the upload file. Perhaps you're doing a custom work that you need the customer to upload a picture or upload a file to you during the ordering process. And that's where you would use the upload file within the product. Now, to get to options, they exist on every product. In this case, in the product catalog, you would open up the product. And while filling out the product, you would see further down the page, there is the options section. Now, here's the important thing to recognize. Every option is also called what is a global option, meaning one option with variants can be used across your shop on multiple products. So if you've already created an option that has a number of variants and things that took time to set up, you can not have to recreate it on the same product, but rather just choose right here the option you want to add that has already been created before. Now, it's important to know that if you change this option, if I were to edit it here, it would edit it across all the products it's linked to. The purpose of doing the global options is it saves you a lot of time being able to create one option with many variants and not having to edit it every single time for every single product. You create the option once and you can easily link it to as many products as you like. But once again, be careful you don't edit it thinking it's editing just on that product, because it will edit all across. If it's going to have different variants, always create a new option. Now, to create a new option on a product, you simply have to click the Add Option button. And this is going to give you a number of choices. The first is the name of the option. In this case, we're going to say it's color. Then there's the internal name. This again relates to global options. You might have three or four options all called color. And to the customer on the product, color makes perfect sense. But internally, you need to know which option is the color for sweatshirts, the color for t-shirts, the color for golf shirts that you're selling. So in this case, I'm going to say golf shirts colors. So when I'm actually choosing this, which I'll show you in a minute, it's very easy to select the right option for golf shirt colors that doesn't have to be displayed to the customer. Position lets you know the priority of this option, if you want it to be the highest priority or further down on the list on the product. After that, you'll see input type. This is where you can select the drop down box, text, file, or checkbox. Is this a required option or not a required option? Some options you simply have to have them select for them to make the order, because without it, you can't fulfill the order, in which case you're going to choose it to be yes, a required option. No would be the option if it's optional. After that, you have two areas that you can give further instruction to the customer. One is called description. This is where you can say, please choose the color of the shirt you would like here. The description is what it is under the little question mark that pops up on the option. So whenever you see the little question mark that has a pop up throughout our site, that is the description that would pop open if you want to have it as the question mark. The comment actually falls below the product. So if I choose comment here, I could put the same thing. And what you're going to see if I show you in the example here is that the question mark is the hover that shows the description. And underneath the option is the text that shows the comment. Now, if there's no variance needed, in this case, let's say we were doing a file or a text area, I might just click add new option and save it to the product and I would be done. Now, in this case, I selected drop down box. This is where I want to also create variants that are on the option. Let's say add variant, I'm going to say is blue. I will add another variant that is green. I'll add another variant that is red. And finally, I'll add a fourth variant that is gold. And let's just pretend it's gold lined in real gold, which means it costs more money. So after I choose the variants I want, you're going to see there's a price modifier to increase or decrease the price. It's recommended always to have a zero price variant at the top because that will make sure that by default, the lowest price is being displayed to the customer. Then, as you go down the drop down list, the higher prices can happen. In this case, let's say it costs us more to produce a gold item, and in which case we want to charge more if they purchase the gold. I'm going to modify this to add $10 to the product. And then when it comes to keeping inventory on these variants, you can always have it that change the status from disabled or active without deleting them. If at one point, let's say you stop selling the green, I can mark it disabled. And then when the time comes, I have the ability to mark it active once I have inventory again. Now, when I create add new option, it's going to add that option to the product here. And I also have the ability, if I want to see it now, I can type in, I can type in to see it and choose that option. So now I'll save and I've completed my option choice on the product.